Well, the budget dubbed by the executive as a restoration budget was brought to the House, I think, on the 4th, either 4th of December or something like that. Um, However, I'm not holding brief for the executive. I'm talking from the angle of the legislature. Uh, there are several ways you could. There are several. Most of the implementation you also need the institutional framework for budget to be implemented. But by coming back to what you said, that means that means the Minister of Finance, the Auditor General, the legislatures in terms of monitoring, and also the central bank. These are the one of the institutional framework for you to get budgets well implemented in the system, and some other issues that you might also will discuss probably. But in the case of whether it is ambitious or not, I think it is doable. Because as at last year, I think I was in this program sometime, and I once said, as at that time it was 1.8 barrels per day, 1.8 million barrels per day, and this one was at 2.0 fractions.
6 million barrels per day.
Per day. It's also good for that we are a bit optimistic, and I also think that most of the crisis in Niger Delta has actually receded. So, and from the federal government angle, they are also making inroads in that of Ogoniland and others, which I feel they must have factored into that in terms of the budget. But also, I also look at what is going on with the tax regime. If the tax is being reformed so that there will be a bit of compliance or higher compliance in the society. If that will be short, those budgets, the tax regime will be short of more or strengthened more to avoid a lot of evasion. Plus the budget that's going on. So it is doable, in my own opinion. And also from that angle, because you also have to be optimistic about that, but not overly ambitious, but also it is ambitious. I would also say that it's ambitious and doable, in my own thinking. I think that's the question. Whether it is doable, yes, it is doable, because you will also see from the commentary that there's increased budget in terms of defense. And that means the people, the government envisages that the military will also, they need security to ensure that there's increase in production. I don't think you mentioned that from their commentary, didn't talk about that for agriculture. If there's food security, there'll be rural economy.
And that's why the government is, putting more money in security so that, the farmers can go to the farms and, improve agriculture and all that. But, some of the challenges that that I asked him, the question, maybe you can throw more light, when it comes to budget challenges, what are the issues involved?
The issues in budget challenges. Yeah. One is over-ambitious when you think that budget... I'm sorry, trying to come back to this, but somehow where the executive thinks or thinks that the revenue over dependence on the high-income revenue. And also, we also know that we are more or less a mono economy, where we just have oil is the main stay in the Nigerian economy. And it's a lot of volatility in the system, where you can't just determine the price because of by a country. You may have a projection of, I think, $75 per barrel, and maybe after some time you see it going down. So it is dependent on global issues, not just on local issues. However, in our own case, what we need to do is to show up to have the required number of production, while leaving the other one to global management and global transactions. I think the government expects, envisage, not expect, envisage that is doable, and I'm sure that at the moment the oil price is going down, but also our production is also going up.
Okay, thank you very much.